This is Kamera again. We're on day number 237, Jeremiah chapter 46 through 48. We are close to the end of Jeremiah. Tomorrow is going to be our last day in the book of Jeremiah. And I don't know what it is, but when I know I'm leaving a book, I kind of like feel sad. I feel like, you know, oh, but I enjoy being in the presence of Jeremiah, seeing what was going on with him, and also in the presence of God. We're always in the presence of God, but to see his heart. We're going to continue seeing God's heart in the other prophets. But I don't know, it's just something about letting go of that book, okay? Like it's the end of Jeremiah. But yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying seeing the heart of God. I really am. These three chapters that we covered today is basically God giving Jeremiah messages about certain other nations. Remember, the king of Babylon, he is going to be ruler over all the nations, and they were supposed to submit to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. And so now we're going to the other nations, and we're talking about the foreign nations now, because we know that he took Judah, he took Jerusalem, which is part of Judah. We know that he had said he was going to take Egypt, and yesterday, yeah, we read that. And he talks even more about Egypt today. He even talks about Pharaoh Necho, and yeah, they're going to be defeated by Babylon, which we already covered, and yeah, they're going to be handed over. Yeah, he said he's gonna defeat the gods of Egypt. We already know that those gods are fake images that were created by the people, but they praise their gods so much, so he point those out by name. He talks about different areas in Egypt as well, and some of the things they did which brought it on them, and what he's going to do, what God is going to do. He talks about the defeating all the gods of Egypt, the rulers. He even say he's going to defeat Pharaoh. At this time, it was King Necho, and anyone who believes in him, in the Pharaoh. So yeah, he's going through and he is taking care of those other nations. And you'll notice that he's talking about some specific thing, like what they got so much pride and how beautiful and arrogant they were, and how they were on top of things, and just a lot of things that they were representing at that time. And the thing is, don't forget, God is God over every nation, whether you believe or not. He's God over the entire world. And so you have these different nations that are serving idols and doing their own thing, and so totally against God. So now he's cleaning house, and he's going to have Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar, over all the nations. And so then, yeah, he says, go tell Israel. I love this part right here. He says, go tell Israel that God is going to discipline them, but he's going to do it with justice. He says he cannot let Israel go unpunished. And there are a lot of people that looks on God and they say, why would he allow certain things? He said, I can't let them go unpunished. It's kind of like when you have a child, you have a pet, and they continue to do things that are not good for them or the people around them. Then you usually punish your kid, either time out, depriving them of certain things, removing certain things from them, and sometimes even spankings, just for them to get back in line. And I only do the punishing when they really push me to the point where I've spoken to you over and over again, and you've pushed me, and I told you what would happen if you continue pushing me, and then I would do that final punishment or whatever it is. And you know what? I think about, that's how God is. He warns us over and over before he does it. And there are times I'd be like, please, you're pushing me to do something I really don't want to do. I don't like punishing my kids, my grandkids. I don't like it, but I find it is necessary to let them know you've gone too far. You need to get it together. And yeah, that's what God does to us as well. We don't like it. In his word of God, the word of God said he punished those, or he disciplined those he loves. He said he can't let Israel go unpunished, even though they were chosen people. And then he goes over and talk about Philistia and his allies, and they point out a lot of the cities that he's going to punish. He talks about what they were about, and the nations of the seas, or the people around the seas. They must go. Yeah. punishment all over, guys. And then he talks about Moab. So he spends time talking about these different areas, their towns. He gets specific about some of the things he's going to do, why, and how their pride had built so much and how they thought that they were this great people. And yeah. So that's basically what these 3 chapters were about. Messages about these different foreign nations, how God's going to come through and destroy them. Yeah. So guys, I'm really enjoying seeing the heart of God and why it explains a lot, why God allows certain things to happen. And though we don't like the punishment, it is necessary. So yeah, guys, that's day number 237, Jeremiah chapter 46 through 48. You have a God-filled, blessed day.